Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover. Excuse me, my name is Scott. A little choked up here. And this time we have another Marvelous box. Now, Marvelous box, in case you've been missing my videos on these, I've been doing these for a couple of years now. It's a quarterly blind box, rather. And it just consists of Marvel trades, graphic novels, hardcovers. I've gotten Marvel Essentials, Marvel Epic Collections, all kinds of stuff. Marvel Masterpieces, paperbacks, hardcovers. It's been across the board. I do have a playlist here on YouTube that shows you that you can go through and see all the great books that I've gotten. Over on TikTok, I just do little quick ones over there if you just want to go through and see what books they are without having to go all through all this rigmarole. But I do hope that you stick here and see what books I got this time for the first of 2024. I already got it popped open so we can get along and do this quicker. Now, these boxes, they do cost, they are $25 plus $5 shipping and handling. So we're talking $30. And you can get anywhere from 4, 5, 6 trades, whatever, depending on the cover prices of them. You may get more, you may get 4, whatever. But it's $30 to get one every 4 months. So we're going to do a running total as I do these. So first one. This is X-Men Storm reprinting. I'm going to be reading the back, so this is not off the top of my head. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. So let's talk about this here. We got Collecting Storm 1996. This is the 1996 miniseries 1 through 4 by Warren Ellis and Terry Dodson. This is a miniseries that I have never even thought about reading. This is also something else I think is really cool about these Marvelous boxes is I get stuff from these guys that I would never have normally had an interest in even owning, much less reading. But since I get them and they're part of my collection now, I will read them. Right now I've read the Punisher Epic collection I got. It was the first time I've read so many Punisher books, and I really enjoyed it. I am currently reading X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga as part of the Mutant Masterpieces or whatever they called it. I got that in with my last Marvelous box. And I've been reading it and enjoying it. So this is a chance for me to check out some of the other stuff that I normally don't read, which is something I do recommend that we do, and it's something that I need to do more of. I tend to stick it with my my own little area of comics, which is why my pull list is so small. It's probably not a bad thing, but this is a way for me to kind of expand everything. So we got X-Men Storm #1. This is priced at $19.99. Next one, another X-Men, and I'm not an X-Men fan, okay? But the guy who does these, Jared, he knows I'm not much of an X-Men fan, but he also knows that I'm willing to read these things. So he will send me X-Men books, knowing that I got really little choice but to read them because I'm so bored and so, in general, I'm not happy with what Marvel's doing now that I'm willing to go back and even read lines of books that I would not have an interest in normally, just to have something cool to read. But this is Astonishing X-Men Volume 2, called Dangerous. And this is reprinting Astonishing X-Men numbers 7 through 12. Now, I do believe I got the first volume of this, and I do believe I read it, and it actually was entertaining. I got to admit. That's the other thing about this. I don't know if I like it or not, but when I read these, I'm like, okay, that was actually pretty good. Again, when I go back, I like to go back to the Human Torch miniseries. It was like a 12-issue maxi, I guess, that Scotty Young did. I looked at the covers. I looked at the art when the books were coming out originally. I'm like, why do we have a graffiti artist doing a Marvel comic book? So I put it down. I got the trade for it in a Marvelous box and read it and really enjoyed it. So it's great. It's nice to be surprised like that. It really is. I like being proven wrong in a sense that I like it when I look at a book and like, it looks dumb. I don't have an interest in that. But then I sit down and read it when I get it in the Marvelous box, and I actually really enjoy it. I love that a lot. So I'm very appreciative to Jared and the M6P when they send me stuff, even books that normally I don't really care about. I'll read them, and 9 times out of 10, I really enjoy them. So that's great, and then I can recommend more stuff to people. But this one has a cover price of $14.99. which puts us at $34.98 for a running total. Next up, and this one here is a great example of sort of different sort of books that you get. This is part of the Epic collection. This is the Mighty Thor War of the Gods. So this says on the back, it says Volume 8 of the Mighty Thor Yeah, this is Mighty Thor. We just call it Thor, right? But this is Thor. This reprints issues 242 to 259 plus annual number 5. I don't know why they put numbers on annuals. And Marvel Spotlight number 30. So these are, these are reprints of classic ones, but these are all done in glorious color. Great stuff. I love the Epic collection. I love the essentials. I like the big, thick, the phone books thickness and the black and white of the essentials. But these Epic collections are great. I've gotten quite a few of these from the Marvelous box. This one has a cover price of $39.99, which puts us at $74.97. So this one book is more than what I paid for this whole box. And we're already basically double that for the whole thing. So was this Thor Epic Collection Volume 8, War of the Gods. There's the back of it. I love that old school art. It's beautiful. And again, here's another great example of the different kind of books that you get from the Marvelous box. Avengers No Surrender hardcover. Check that out. And this one, I tried opening this, and this is so tight. I'm going to be very, very careful opening this. But this reprints, what's this one reprint here? Here we go. Avengers 2017 run, issues 675 to 690. I think this is also involves the issue where the Incredible Hulk comes back and he's not quite normal anymore. So, again, one of these miniseries, one of these storylines that never had an interest in it. But now that I have the collection for it, I'm going to check it out because you know what? It's Marvel. It's more modern than I like, but I'm still going to check it out later. That's so sharp. That's so nice. And yeah, we've got, hey, I know those guys. Wait. I'm going to have to read this because these guys look familiar and I think Drax killed them once already. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, this one's $50 even for the cover price, which pushes at $124.97 for the books in this so far. One more to go. And this is one, I've gotten a couple of these through the Marvelous box, and these are really, really interesting reads for me because it's a line that I never really paid much attention to. This is Marvel Knights. So this is Marvel Knights, Defenders of the Streets. And this reprints Marvel Knights from 2000, issues 1 through 15. And these have got 15 issues in here. These must have been really thin issues, really thin books because 15 issues in this. That's interesting. So this one has a cover price of $39.99, which puts the grand total for this box at $164.96. So $165. I paid $30 for this. Bit of a profit there. Now, normally these books, they come in great condition, but every once in a while you get something that has a little nick on it. I don't really care. If you're that picky about a trade, I mean, I guess that you do you, but myself, I don't really care if my trades get messed up because usually I'll read them and then I'll hand them off to somebody else to read as well. Sometimes I get them back. Sometimes I don't. Not a big deal. But this is another one of those. It's got Punisher, Shang-Chi, looks like Dagger, Black Widow, and Daredevil. And on the back is Doctor Strange. I don't know anything about this, but I will be checking it out. So there you go. Quick review as I put them back in the box so I can take them inside. Here we go. We got Marvel Knights, Defenders of the Street. This is, I guess there's no volume number on this. This is just Defenders of the Street, all 15 issues of it. Hardcover, Avengers No Surrender, $50 book. This also costs more than what I've paid for this box. Epic Collection, Thor, Volume 8. Love these Epic Collections. These are great. Again, I do miss the essentials, but I'm happy with these Epic Collections as well. And we're going to wrap this up with a couple of X-Men. Astonishing X-Men, Volume 2. And X-Men Storm. Collecting her miniseries. I do like that cover. Excuse me. Of course, I'm going to flip through this real quick. And yeah, this is definitely 90s. That's so 90s right there. Not a bad thing when you look at some of the stuff that Marvel's trying to pass off as a comic book now. Especially what they did to Howard the Duck. I don't know what they're doing with Howard the Duck. They just need to stop doing Howard the Duck in comic books. But that's it. So again, the Marvelous box, I'm going to put the information on how you can check it out yourself down below. You just go to the MCXP's website. They got everything you need to know there. It's basically $25 for the box, $5 shipping and handling. You're going to get over $100. It doesn't matter if you only get 4 books, 5 books, 6 books. You're always going to get $100 worth of trade paperbacks, and it's only going to cost you $30. It is a blind box, so you're not going to be able to, you don't know what you're getting ahead of time, and you don't get to pick what you're getting, which to me is kind of a good idea, because I would just be sticking with books that I have already in individual issues, and I would not be expanding my Marvelous Horizons if I was picking up my own books. I know this for a fact. I would just stick with my own little niche area of the Marvel Universe, and that does me no good at all. So you're going to have $30 to pay for this thing. You get it in a good sized box. This thing is heavy as hell. You get it in a good box. You got your Marvel M6P logo on there. You got me covering up my address because, you know, I'm not going to get doxxed on this video. And yeah, you get a great selection of books. I have expanded my Marvel trade paperbacks. Just it's been great. Now there are some that I no longer have. There's some that I've you know, paid forward and I didn't get them back. That's fine, as long as there's somebody, you know, whoever has them, as long as they're enjoying them. And I don't give them out until I've had a chance to read them myself. I'm not about that. But you know, it's great. I've gotten over 100 books over the past couple of years. I'm loving it. I'm going to continue doing it for as long as they're doing it. But check them out, M6P. You can also, while you're over on their website, you can also check out the links for their Facebook. They got Facebook. They've got YouTube. I don't know if they're on TikTok. I think they're on TikTok. But yeah, you can check out all their social media. It's a great group of people. I've known these guys for years. Great people. Jared Mail, the Andy Kirby, all these guys. They're amazing people. And I do recommend following them on any social media. Definitely recommend the Marvelous box. I love it every time I get it. It's just like, it's like free comic book day, you know, only you don't know what you're going to get, and it's all Marvel. So if you're a Marvel fan, check it out. I want to wrap this up because I'm babbling and I'm rambling, and I want to get inside and read some of these trades. So I will see you guys next time. Marvelous box, check it out. Information on how to subscribe to it down below in the description. You need to check it out. Have a great time, everybody. See you next time.